Welcome back once again, friends. We are almost at the end of the shopping cart activity. Recall previously we figured out how much more the user has to spend in order to be able to avail a discount. And then we gave options to the user and we also updated the shopping cart based on the user's preference. Now that all that has been done, it's time for us to generate and print the final bill. That's what we are going to see in this video. But before I get on with the Python coding, let me just tell you a little bit about the formulas that we are going to use so that it's again clear as to where this is going. So basically, we have a grand total. Remember, that's just the total of all the items that the user has purchased in the shopping cart. We have seen this before. Now, once we have done this, we must give a discount because that's the whole deal that if you have purchased this much, then discount comes into play. So I'm going to say from grand total, I'm going to grand total minus discount, which is basically the some kind of like the price that the user has to pay. On top of that, however, I must add tax. So what user actually pays is grand total minus discount plus tax. Now this discount itself could be zero if the user opts not to have a discount, or the discount could be, for example, 10% of the grand total. So if let's say grand total is 100 rupees, then the discount is 10 rupees. If the discount, let's say a grand total is 1000 rupees, then my discount is probably is for a 10% rate, it is 100 rupees. Now obviously discount rate need not always be 10%, but this is just an example. In fact, if the user chooses no discount, then the discount rate is 0%. Next, we, like I said, go from grand total minus discount plus tax, and tax itself is calculated as a percentage of grand total minus discount because this is what the user is being charged. Remember, so the tax must be calculated as a percentage of this, and again, tax could be say 10%, 20%, whatever. Assuming it's 10%, then it's going to be say 10% of say grand total minus discount, and percentage basically means if I were to do 10% of something, I have to just do 10 divided by 100 multiplied by that whatever number, because percentage is essentially referring to what by a fraction of 100. So with all this done, let us get on with the let's say writing the bill. So I'm just going to create a couple of variables here. I'll just call them DCT say rate. In this case, I'm going to be 10%. There's a discount rate, but of course it could be more interesting for you. You can give, let's say, so I'll just comment here as well. So discount rate in percent. You can have different slabs of discount depending on the purchase made and so on. That will make it more interesting. Tax rate, let's say, is also 10%, just for the sake of this program. So I guess say tax rate, and now we can determine whether the user wants a discount or does he not want the discount. So I mean, like I said, we could have done this in the discount rate itself to made it zero or not zero. Alternatively, we can actually compute the discount, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to say if say discount say discount wanted is equal to a capital Y. Remember, this is a situation where the user wanted a discount. If this was the case, then I can say discount is equal to, for example, say round, let's say DCT rate rate by say 100.0 and times grand total, because remember discount is always computed as a function of the grand total price, the total price, which is the grand total. And I'm going to just round this to 2 decimal places. And if the user did not want a discount, which means I'm in the else, then basically discount is, so discount is equal to 0.0. Now there are other ways of doing this. You could have put the DCT rate inside the if, that's also fine. In which case the calculation can be put outside the loop. Either way is okay. Now that we know what is the discount, so I can now go and also compute the tax, which is basically, like I said, tax is taken on as a percentage of, let's say, the grand total minus discount. So I'm going to say, so, around, let's say, tax rate divided by 100.0 times, and I'll put this in a bracket because I want this to be computed first. So I want to do grand tot, let's say, minus discount, because remember this is the price I wanted to give the to compute the tax on. And again, I'm going to round this to 2 decimal places. Now here there's something very interesting going on. If I were to forget this bracket, then it's going to go wrong because it's going to multiply first and then do a subtraction. But here I want that this number to be computed first and then the tax to be computed based on that. So that's why I have to put a bracket here, so that I get the correct value. Now, with all this done, I think we can start writing, so your total, maybe you can just modify this, your say total order value is, indeed it was a grand total. Let's say I just, write that into two decimal places. Next, I say, uh, I just say print, for example, discount is, and let's say I will say INR, and I'll just call it, say, comma, discount, because remember, discount I've computed here, so I'll just tell what the discount is. Then I can say, so print, let's say, your order value after discount is, and what is that order value? That is basically grand total minus discount. So again, I'll just do this round, let's say, okay, comma here, so round, say, grand tot minus discount, and I want it to be all, to go to only two decimal places, so I'm just doing round comma 2. Let's just see this more carefully, more, I just make this a bit larger so it's easier to see. I think I made a spelling mistake here. Now I want to tell, okay, so that's all right, this is your total after discount, you have to pay tax, so I'll say print, say, tax, let's say, tax, say, 10% is, and I can just put, say, comma tax. I've already done the rounding to two decimal places for this guy, so I can just put this tax directly. And finally, I have got, the total that you have to pay. So print, uh, total amount to be paid, total you have to pay, in my case INR, is, it's basically like we discussed, it is grand total minus discount plus tax, but I'm going to round this all to two decimal places, so I'm going to say grand tot minus discount plus tax, and I'm going to round this to two decimal places. And with this I can, say print, let's say print, say thanks, print, and I can then say print, say bye. Now let's see this working, because that's when it becomes more clear what's going on. So let's say I run this program, say I choose 2 units of, say, ice cream, I want to say 3 units of ice cream, let's say, I want to choose now, let's say eclairs, say 10 units, and then I want to quit shopping. So my total bill was 742.87. It said if you purchase for 1000 rupees you'll get a 10% discount. Yes, I will take that offer. I enter yes, and it gives me these options that I can add, say, 3 units of milkshake, uh, 3 units of, say, ice cream, and so on and so forth. Let's say I want to add, say, cupcake, 5 units. So I enter 5. My shopping cart becomes added. It has got another, 5 units of cupcake. My total order value became more than 1000 because I was guaranteed to do that. Became in fact 1000.2. My discount was 10% of that, so which is 100.28. So after discount, it was 902.4554. Sorry, I have to pay 90 rupees tax on that, so hence I have to pay a total of 992, and then I can say bye bye. Now, interesting, like I said earlier, user was getting out paying 742 through the discount. Yes, we did give a discount of 10%, but we also enticed the user to pay a bit more than this. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.